Everybody has a podcast.
Oh, it's Monday night. It is Monday night. Welcome into the show, everyone. Hope you all had a good weekend. My weekend was good. And,
Jay Wiggy, take out the trash!
Grant Mills, you were breaking it down like an auctioneer there for a second.
I always secretly wanted to do that.
Have you ever been to an auction?
No. I want to go. Like maybe one of those livestock auctions or.
Yeah, that's the classic one. I've been to a ton of them. Used to go with my granddad, not livestock auctions, but cars and state sales and things like that. But a lot of them don't have that classic auctioneer, but we've gone to a couple, and man, they have this old guy with the cowboy hat on, riding around on the back of the pickup truck, and he's sitting in a chair, He's got the microphone, little umbrella over him because it's out in the sun. He's selling cars, and he's literally like, well, $2 here, 2 feet, dude. It's a talent to doing that shit. So I would like to see the livestock auction myself, but I have seen the auctioneer, and that shit is impressive.
So that's not up to the necessarily the what is that not the right word? The industry, but the actual auctioneer at heart, or is there certain industries where like it's the fast going, fast talking dude, or you know what I'm saying? Like I have no idea how that works.
You know what? There is some trade to it. I don't know what it is, but I know.
Well, my question is though, if you're doing livestock, do you got to be the guy that's like,
oh yeah, you know what?
Is it up to you, the auctioneer, on your style of how to do it, or are you finding these guys that speak fast more prevalent in a certain sector, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what? I think it's just more the tradition because come on, let's be honest. If I was up there selling livestock, even though I could do it fast, but all right, that guy over there's got $2. Okay, that guy's over there got $2.50. It doesn't have the same what's the word I'm looking for? The same pizzazz.
Yeah,
yeah. You need that, but the livestock, I don't think it has to be that. I think it's just the tradition, but they do have to do it fast. Time is money in the world of livestock auctions, or so I've heard, or so I just made up on this podcast. But fuck it. I know. We're gonna put that on the bucket list. Go to an auction and laugh at the guy doing it.
Man, I want to go to the one where they talk fast. That's got to be a requirement. None of this slow talking shit. I got to know that the auctioneer is like getting on it, type, kind of shit.
Yeah, he's got to be getting on it. I want to hear
requirement before I come out there.
I'm gonna call him and ask him and see if it's the classic auctioneer who gets on. Hey, asshole, get off our telephone playing games.
I feel like most of them are in the livestock because with the cars and shit, they don't. When I watch them on TV, at least they're not. They don't do that. But with the fucking livestock and shit, and then the guy, the fucking guy on the storage shed show, I think did it kind of fast too, like it's going crazy and shit. So that's like fucking up my frame of mind. Like I don't know. I guess like it's just. However that damn auctioneer decides to do it, I guess then it's at his discretion, I guess.
Yeah, I think there's a certain chant to it, and I cannot remember what it's called. Maybe it's probably something simple like the auctioneer's chant, but I thought they had some type of rhythm they keep to keep it going. It also keeps people interested because, it's a long day at a lot of these auctions. But like I said, I've been to several where they actually do that. A lot of the guys try to do it, but they don't do it as well. They're just like me, like, all right, we got $2 here, we got $2. But no, I like the old I think we should do that. I was actually thinking about obscure places to visit after talking with a customer today who encouraged me to visit Deadwood, South Dakota, which sounds really cool the way he described it. But I think
let's take the homies and shit. They got some hoes out there.
Dude, I think they may. They have casinos.
Deadwood, South Carolina sounds like ain't nobody.
South Dakota.
Those out of South Dakota.
South Dakota. Well, isn't Sturgis is up there where they have that huge motorcycle rally?
Man, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't fucking ride a bike.
I don't either. We can get till we make it. We can.
I don't know if I could fake that, man. That'd be. I don't think I can do that. You could maybe do it, man. I can't. I couldn't get away with it, man. I'm gonna be honest on that. I couldn't do it.
I don't know, man. I think we'd have to put the chaps on and shit and the boots. We might.
I definitely could fake it, man.
Man, I would love to watch us try, but that's going on my bucket list. The auction, Deadwood, South Dakota, auction in Texas. That's our to-do travel list. So you started off on your weekend. It sounded like a pretty good one. It was a hot one out there.
Man, it's hot. I know you're out in the yard probably doing shit that the wife had you do. Get in the garden. You gotta mow the grass.
That's where it comes from. Yeah, I had to get the grass. You know what? That's on me though. I got lazy on the grass cutting, and the front yard started looking like little shit. And I don't want to be that house in the neighborhood. So yeah, cut some grass. I got some sun.
How was your weekend? What did you do?
It was a good weekend. Besides the grass cutting and yard maintenance, USFL produced two really, really, really good games. I actually got to watch some USFL. Jumped on this revamped. I don't have a full review yet.
Oh, you got it already?
Got it this week. I just started a dynasty. It's going really well. It's cool. I feel like I need to give it some more time to see how the dynasty develops. I haven't had as much time to play as I'd like, but
Well, I mean, you played it before, so like, does everything measure up as far as like translation wise with the graphics packages and everything?
I think so. I think the graphics are cool. I think they've added some new teams. They've Appalachian State's in there now, Coastal Carolina. I think there's another team who wasn't in there before. You've got some really cool uniform packets that you can put on certain teams. Now, excuse me, Alabama doesn't really have any, but Alabama's classic. They're not going to do any blackout shit like that. Kind of funny though, because I swear to God, I scored a touchdown as Alabama, and the guy did the Crimson Crane, where they were doing the little Karate Kid.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and I was like, holy shit!
Oh, Miss Harley.
Perfect timing.
Jeez.
They did the Crimson the Crimson Crane. I was like, man, they got that animation in there. So some cooler animations, the graphics. It's living up to the hype, I think. There's some things that I haven't figured out. I know you can add a way to do the playoffs, but it appears that the one that I have still has to do an update and shit. And you have to download shit, and I'm not gonna do all that shit just yet.
So are you were? Did they have like a story mode? I guess that you do.
Doesn't have a story mode. It's basically 2014 updated. So they still have the Road to Glory, the same thing they had in 2014. It's mostly the graphics are updated to more of a today ESPN ticker look at the bottom. Some new teams, some custom colors. I think the gameplay's a little different. I think they adjusted some of the shit in there because this is all these freelancer guys. There's nothing. It's not an actual release they did. So I wonder how limited they are to what they can actually do to improve gameplay. But so far, I mean, it's definitely an updated and improved version of 2014. And 2014 was pretty solid as it was.
I know we were talking earlier. What's the current release date on the new one? Is it 24 summer?
Glad you asked that. Yes, so far, they had a lot of pushback from that NIL bullshit because they were saying that the players were offered $500 to appear in there. And most of the players are like, fuck yeah, whatever. I want to just be in the fucking game. I haven't heard anybody that says they don't want to be. But the EA Sports said that it's not going to affect the release date. Nothing's going to affect. There's still summer 2024.
Oh, yeah. Sweet, baby. So hopefully we'll be seeing that. And if it's going to release on PC, then it'll release on PC, and I'll try to get it there. My only concern is maybe my PC won't play it smoothly. So if that's the case, then I don't want to do it, but I will bite the bullet and probably get a next-gen system just for that game. And that's some pretty powerful shit. You're from the goddamn South when you get just fucking buy the goddamn next-gen system for one fucking game. God, you fuckers. But
man,
I'm gonna try it on my PC, man, and hopefully, what I'm saying, it's not gonna be fucked up on it. So, I'm hoping. Fingers crossed, baby.
When you first started playing PC games, did you ever go out and buy a game that was way too advanced for the PC you had? Because I did that. My grandparents had a computer, and I thought, when 12, 13 years old, you could just go out and get a game, put it on the fucking computer, and it just runs. I didn't know about, graphics cards and processors and RAM and shit. And I remember, man, that motherfucker running at like 2 frames per second. Shit. It's like, what the fuck did I do here?
Yeah, usually I've actually never done that because what I found is that, except in exceptions like you and your BPO and shit.
Yeah, I was poor.
No, I was too. So I'm not fucking with you, man. But like, really, dude, like every time I did buy a game, it was the opposite way around. You know what I mean? Like it was the industry is not really geared that way because. No, because they want to motherfucking make sales and shit. So usually it's going to be the other way around. Like, system requirements is going to outweigh the game. But it could be a developer thing too, man. Some of those developers were stupid back in the day and didn't understand that, and for the love of the game, shit. So you have to take that into account too. But I never really.
We were just living in poverty.
Hey, fuck it, man. Hey, we all come from somewhere.
We had the black and white monitor.
Hey, a black and white tube TV, Andy Griffith on it. Whoop,
Yeah,
boop, boop,
trying to
boop.
make it happen. But yeah, I will now that I'm not as po as I used to be. Yeah, I'm with you. I'll have to get a next gen system. I'm already planning on it just for NC Double. Now, when they confirm the release date, I'll start looking. I'll have to find at least one other game or two to at least justify it. I don't know what the fuck else I'd be playing and shit, but I'm sure there's plenty of options.
Oh, baby. So this weekend was cool for me, man. I laid low. I was chilling and shit. I actually went on an internet date. I ain't going to say too much about it because I know Jay Wiggy, man. I know that fool. He going to get me one day. When I go on one of these motherfuckers, I'm going to see him creeping around. I'm going to bust out laughing like a motherfucker. I know it. I know it.
Rifle creep. How did it go? So you this is not one of your setup or punchlines. You had a date.
No, I did. Yeah, it was good, man. We just chilled. I don't know how it's going to go because I don't like making calls, man. Hoes will throw you for a loop in a hoop. But we just, it was cool, man. We're chill and, shit, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't bad, it wasn't like
Cool.
where I had to call an audible or anything, you know what I mean? So
No.
it was all right, that don't mean shit, but it was cool, dude. Like I say, man, to my fellas out there, man, pretty soon I'm going to do a Kindle book on Grant Mill's Internet Dating Guide. All right. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give you a gem right now. Take him to a museum, the Museum of Art, Civil Rights Museum, some kind of museum of some shit. Because most of the time, you don't have to pay to get in. You might make a donation or something, but like you don't got to pay. You can go in, like feel her out and shit. And if it's bogus, you could dip right there. You can like be done with the shit and go like whenever you guys are done seeing shit. You don't have to invest any money in food or a bogus ass movie or any of that shit right then. If shit's good, then you can be like, all right, let's go to the restaurant. Let's go whatever, fuck at the house. You never know. You have to read that shit. But my point is, you ain't making no big investments, up front. Whereas some motherfuckers be like, let's go to the, dinner first or some shit where you gotta outwardly spend money. I'm looking out for you, bachelors. All right, I'm looking out for y'all first. So there's your tip right there. All right.
I want that to drop. I'm a long married man. No, seriously though, I think the museums are a good idea because growing up, everybody's like, "Oh, you go to a movie and shit." Man, you spend there 2 hours on a movie, you don't even get to talk to the person. So,
Yeah, and you're spending like $50 these days just to get
oh
goddamn
god,
tickets and a couple of waters. That ain't even including anything edible like popcorn or i.e. hot dogs, nachos with cheese. You might be spending about 120 for real these days, and I'm not lying.
no, you're right on that. And just a sidebar too, the museum's great. And if you guys are in Middleton, Wisconsin, the National Mustard Museum is probably a good bet to take your
This
first date on.
motherfucker, Middleton, Wisconsin. Who the hell is going to be there?
Well, yeah, hopefully, got Middleton ites and their dates at the National Mustard Museum on 7477 Hubbard Avenue.
Holy shit, that could happen.
Learn,
But you know
taste,
what?
shop, laugh.
God damn it. Oh, fucker. All
Who
right.
we
Well,
got?
What we got. Who we got?
I'm a walking weed charge, yeah.
What up, Whis? How was your weekend?
I mean, I was chilling. Baby had to go see your parents and shit, so I was just hanging out like a player and shit, yeah. Come on, you know what's it? I love pussy, y'all. That's what me and baby. You know about me and baby, y'all.
I know about you and baby, but I don't want to know about you and baby. All right. All right. So, looks like I don't even want to know about Whis and baby and his weekend. We know about Jay Wiggy. What did anything significant happen? Did you see anybody or anything weird? Talk to anyone?
No, you know what? I didn't. No talking to anyone. Did take my daughter fishing Saturday. That was pretty cool.
Did she catch anything?
No, you know what? That was kind of sad. I caught 2 fish, and you know what? She braved it. It was hot as hell Saturday. We went to a local lake, rented a little boat, and she braved the heat. I was proud of her. She really got into it. And no, she didn't catch anything, which was crazy because she actually had the worm and the bobber, which is old school, and you always catch something on that. at the end, we're literally 15 minutes from having to turn the boat in. She got her line hooked on a reed, a little underwater plant, and the damn thing went under, and there was a fish on it. And I was helping her pull it off while this fish got on there. So I hand her the pole, trying to let her reel it in. Fish jumps up out of the water, throws the hook. She didn't catch shit. So, you know what? It was still fun. I was really proud of her, though. Honestly, 10-year-old girl out there not complaining about the heat or, fish or worms. They tend to think that's yucky and stuff. She did good, man. We had a really good time, though. Besides the not catching as much, really, really good time.
Hell yeah, I like to hear that. It's all good. Oh, what? I did have sex with a girl, though, this weekend.
Oh, you had sex with a girl this weekend. How'd that go?
Hey, yeah, I shouldn't have done AO yet. I had sex with a girl this weekend. Wait a minute, not this weekend. Let's just say before the weekend. She was so dumb, she tried to change the channel on a TV dinner.
You be trying to cover your ass in case you'll date this weekend.
Hey, yeah, that was really bad.
Hey, look, I ain't telling her no mentions about this shit. She ain't never gonna know about this ever. I swear to God, never. I'm like, what? What is podcasting? I don't know what the fuck is that. She ain't never gonna know about this shit. Hey.
I wouldn't fuck you anyway with your dumbass jokes, motherfucker.
God damn it, Whis. Always throwing shade.
You're probably right. Hey, hey, that's the right time to do it. Goddamn. Oh, what? Let's take some fucking calls. Woo! Monday night. Who do we have up first? I know Klaus is manning the boards. I'm gonna need you to fucking hook me up. Okay, Dalton from Savannah, Georgia. Dalton, what's up?
This is Dalton from Savannah, Georgia. I got a bit of a dilemma, boys. My wife, for her anniversary, bought me a thong. She says she thinks it's sexy and she wants me to wear it. And I just don't know what to do, boys. I really don't want to do this shit. The wife, I love her and we've been together for years on years. I don't know what I'd do. What's your advice? I want to hang up and listen. I thank you, boys.
You know what? I want to defer to Jay Wiggy on this one. You're a married man, so let me ask you this, man. You gotta respond in all honesty now. Let's say it's I don't know, anniversary, birthday. Let's say she gets you this thong. She's into it. I don't know what's wrong with her. Women weird. She wants to see you doing stuff with the thong. You gotta wear the thong. What do you do?
I ain't doing that shit. I can't. You know what? I think they're going to respect you more. This sounds like a pushover, and I don't see why somebody with the name Dalton, after Dalton and Roadhouse, badass Patrick Swayze.
Oh, he'd be ripping out esophaguses.
Oh, dude, he'd be roundhousing everybody for asking silly fucking questions from his old lady. And yeah, I appreciate you deferring to me. I do not have much experience in wearing thongs.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking Dalton's maybe been married a little while, and maybe she's trying to spice it up a bit.
Trying to spice it up, I get that, but Dalton, come back with a counterplay. Come back with a counterpunch. Punch, counterpunch. She threw
counterpunch, though. Maybe Dalton doesn't know what that counterpunch would be. That's where he's leaning on you for expertise, my friend.
Tell that bitch to wear a thong.
Wow, it's customary, man. She's doing some outlandish shit. So then you have to goddamn, what I'm saying? Like, what would you, you got to think of you and the old battle axe, man. She's coming at you with some shit that you really don't want to do. It ain't even got to be a thong, man. Let's just say, I don't even know what the fuck it is. But you definitely ain't doing the shit. So what are you going to come back with her at? About, you know what I mean?
Oh God, dude, that's a
good on the same level. Fucking, I guess it's several different layers to it.
Yeah, there's
crazy, but it's what she's asking you crazy. Let's just put it with something on the level of a man thong.
Oh man,
what are you gonna fucking put in response to that?
I don't know, but that's a good point. I don't know specifically what you would come back with, but yeah, you don't want to dismiss the idea completely because she's opening up the box there. So
yeah,
you might want to
be whatever, I guess.
Yeah, she's trying to open up, kind of spice things up, like you said. But you got to put that shit in a corner of the box, and then go to the other corner and find maybe something you like and hit her back. Man, maybe tell her ass to wear the thong or something. But man, if you put that on, Dalton, don't be calling our switchboards anymore.
Don't tell nobody about that shit.
Yeah,
Fuck.
don't. Yeah, I don't have a good specific to come back with because our first call has to be somebody ruining the name Dalton. One of my favorite movies, Roadhouse. Man, what would
That's
you?
a tough question.
You don't have an answer, Graham Mills. I figured with all your.
They come back with something like, well, do you have a hot girlfriend? Like, it's got to be something that's times 2 on whatever she's talking about. You know what I mean? So I'll be like, well, what about you and your girlfriend? I want to see her, Nate. You think she'd be down to, fuck me and suck my cock? I don't know. You're taking a 50-50 ball on that because she might get really mad or she might think about it. So I don't know, man. You just got to feel like, how do you feel about risk and risk mitigation? Or, you know what I mean? Are you a dangerous person or do you want to chill back? I don't know, man. And it also depends on the person you're with and how you read her. Do you know her? Do you know how she's going to react to some shit like that? A lot of variables there. So,
yeah, this is the time to swing for the fences and ask what you've been.
It could be. It could be very well that time.
Yeah.
So, Dalton, I don't know that we have a fucking very good answer for you, man. Maybe I would do it if your wife is a boss bitch and you feel she might lose interest down the line. But if you do that, I'm gonna need you to put something in the back pocket, man. Make sure you have something that that you're gonna at least benefit from it somehow, my friend. I don't know how you would do that, and you would know that better than me.
Well, she's got a crazy request. I think he gets to open up the box of crazy requests too. Yeah, and so if you turn hers down, she can turn yours down, and it cancels out. But yeah,
I feel like that's not a bad answer to that. Okay, so we tried the best that we could. Yeah. If Dalton would have stayed on the line and maybe talked with us a little bit, but
that's all right. Well, there's no bad answers to a bad question.
That was a very good question.
Get out of here.
I feel like this came up in someone's life before, and maybe it's been discussed. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next fucking call. We got Jared in Connecticut on the line. What's up?
This is Jared from Connecticut. I just want to know, I love baseball, and I just want to know, do you guys with these new MLB rules think the game's better? I think it's better. What do you fellers think? I want to know. You have a good one. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you, Jared. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't watch no motherfucking baseball. Jay Wiggy, what do you think, fool?
Yeah,
you caught any games recently?
Yeah, I tune in occasionally. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago where I mentioned baseball is one of those sports that's on at the most weird fucking times. It'll be like Wednesday, sitting at home.
Comparatively speaking to what they used to do, because, you see a guy come up, man, he's about to bat, he's adjusting his crotch, he's doing all kind of shit. It takes him 30 minutes. So what are you thinking about the new shit? You know what I mean? Like the speeding up of the game, does that help?
I think so. I mean, people don't want to watch a 4-hour fucking baseball game.
Who the fuck wants to? God damn.
You've got 15 seconds to throw a pitch with the bases empty, 20 seconds with a runner on base. I think it helps. I'm a big fan of anything that'll speed up the game because I think even we've talked before about football. When football is exciting because it's so dynamic and it's not linear. Baseball, you have a pitcher, he's throwing the ball, he's swinging the bat. Boom. And you hope you get offense. You're getting football offense every play. You're not getting offense every time in baseball. So you have to have something that's going to make it more exciting. And if it's not going to be exciting, there's a lot of old school baseball fans, and that's fine. I think it's really regional around the country. Northeast really loves baseball. And they show up to the games. But, man, if you've ever sat at a game, it's fucking, it lasts forever. So making it faster, I think it's going to help. I think it's definitely going to benefit.
I mean, I like it, y'all. Me and Baby be sitting around, I actually don't give a fuck, but I love making out with Baby, y'all.
All right. Thanks for that fucking input. Anyway, did you catch the Doink the Clown from the Dark Side of the Ring this past week?
No, you know what? I realized that with the streaming service we have, we didn't have Vice, the Vice channel anymore, which pissed me off, but I know. Perfect. I did go back into the lab and watch some of the old Dark Sides from the previous season. So no.
Hey, do you have Prime?
I do have Prime, yeah.
man. I mean, it costs so much per episode, but you can
Oh shit.
you get it, dude. Like they got all of them up there, and I actually bought them, damn near all of them, except some of them like Bruiser Brody. That was really sad. I don't want to watch that one again. And then there's like a few of them I don't fuck with, but like some of them the later ones. Oh man, I bought all of them, motherfuckers. The territory ones, I bought all of them. You can buy them all on Prime, dude. They're not that bad. Like a couple of
I need to.
bucks.
Oh yeah, I'll buy a lot of shit on Prime. Did you buy the Doink or see it?
I did see it, man. It was
Oh,
good. But you know who's
man.
coming on tomorrow?
Who's tomorrow?
Fucking Junkyard Dog.
Ah, Sylvester Ritter.
You gotta fucking somehow get that man, because like he had a whole cocaine story, and anything with cocaine is great. So I'm really looking forward to that one tomorrow, man. Junkyard Dog, dude. I remember his doll. I might have had his doll and everything.
He was a monster. Loved him. Yeah, I'll have to double check to see. I don't think that we have that on our streaming, but I'm gonna watch because I want to see all these. I love wrestling. We talk about it every week.
Download it. Like I'm not sure how fast it's available once they air it, but like on Prime, you can get it probably that day. I would think. Do you know anything about like when they air it? Like when it's on? Like when it actually goes to where you can.
I'm wondering because that would actually be better. I usually will watch TV while I'm working during the day or have something on while I'm typing up shit. So I really want to catch that Doink because I thought Doink was such a good character, and I've heard a lot of
a crazy son of a bitch. That guy.
I heard he was Matt Bourne. They talked a lot about how insane he was, which is crazy because even as a clown, he was very, very well constructed for that role. I think sometimes you just find the perfect character that fits you, and that seemed like the one that fit him.
I didn't know a lot about Matt Bourne, but watching that, I know he was the first one, and then I think I don't even know if that character's still around, but I know they had a couple of different guys that played it. But I've heard he was the best, and like I said, dude, I'm not a huge wrestling guy. I'm just really getting into it now. Everybody was into it in the '80s, early '90s, kind of shit that. Now, man, I'm just kind of getting into the stories and everything, man. The marketing behind wrestling is really a lot of fascination with me since, I fuck with marketing shit, but like I don't know, just everything with it, man. I actually caught some Raw tonight with Cody. It's Cody Rhodes, right? Is he going by Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, I think he is now.
The American Nightmare, whereas his dad was the American Dream, right? And fucking Dusty, come on, man, legend.
Yeah, that was he. So yeah, Dusty Rhodes would have been his granddad. His Dusty's son was Dustin Runnels. Dustin Rhodes. Yep,
that's
Gold
his
Dust.
Son? Are you sure that's not his brother?
No, that's his son. That's yeah. I think maybe they are brothers. Is that right?
I think they're brothers, man. Because
that's
Cody,
right. You're right. He was young.
Cody looks like his mother, man, in the face, dude. He don't look like Dusty.
You know what? You're right. My mistake. I'd always thought that, and then I remember I saw that, so I was incorrect on that. I just had learned that, but you know what? I think it is too. I think it's like now wrestling is so open. They're so behind the scenes. It's almost like a magician who's revealing their trick after so many years. Because the '90s and even the '80s, obviously they never, they didn't reveal. They honored the kayfabe. They stuck with it. So now you see all the behind the scenes shit, how it works. I think it's cool as fuck seeing all that stuff.
Yeah, that is cool. I mean, it was just, going to be an eventual thing when Vince bought out everything. And man, right. I've been watching all them damn motherfuckers, dude. You need to go get on Prime and look at the WWE Legends, man. Watch all those. And then you got the Dark Side of the Rings that you've missed. Man, you got a lot of good shit. I'm kind of jealous. You got a lot of good shit you need to catch up on.
A lot of shit to catch up on. I really need to.
You being like a wrestling guy, man, you'd love that.
Yeah, absolutely. Love it. Man, I thought I had one more wrestling tidbit of knowledge to offer, but I think I got so excited about it. Oh, you know what? We were talking about the doinks that go on the circuits, and it was funny. I remember I was in was I high school or junior? I had to been high school, and must have been about 16, and they put on a local wrestling show at the high school gym, and man, there was like 50 fucking people, and they had this like shitty promotion come into town, and one of the wrestlers came out dressed as Violent J of the Insane Clown Posse. Man, I don't know why. I was like, me and 6 of my friends, and we're like flipping this poor guy off, like, man, you're not the real Violent J. Fuck you. What the fuck? What's the point of that?
What the hell promotion was this?
Man, this was some bullshit Alabama hardcore wrestling or some shit that just buys a cheap ass ring and puts on shit, and they have local yokels come out and bounce around in the ring. That was terrible. They had
So I wonder if there's still a territory, like underground territory shit going on, I guess.
I think there is. You know what it is though, man. I think a lot of it because I've seen I've seen events, posters, and shit like that occasionally. I see a lot of the midget wrestling shit always advertised for local shit, but actual wrestling though, I don't think a lot of guys have it anymore. Like if you used to go, even then, that was about 20 years ago. I think it's fair to say, a little over 20. Those guys are actually in shape and probably trying to become big time wrestlers. Now, or when you see these guys, it's like guys that are just like trying the shit out. They don't work out. They have no talent. I don't know. I think it's just, I think the golden days are behind us, my friend.
That's true. Even with a lot of sports like the NBA and shit like that, it's just not the same. The NFL is always going to fucking prevail because it's the apex predator of all sports. And
Right.
College football right there on number 2. So, you know.
I agree.
Let's go ahead and check out Raj in North Khaki.
Raj!
All right, what up?
This is Raj. What up, boys? I have a question. What do you think about that killer Brandon Miller in Charlotte? The killer Brandon Miller. I know he is going to be drafted second to Charlotte. I don't know much about basketball, I guess. It's okay, but we will see what is happening with Brandon Miller, the killer. You guys have a great evening. Raj out.
Oh, Raj, that's not fair. You know he didn't have anything to do with that, Raj. That's funny, but you are a bad, bad man, Raj.
Raj throwing shade.
You got pick number 2 in the NBA draft. Man, what is that contract like? I didn't even fucking look at it, but if you're a number 2 fucking pick in the NBA, that's pretty good. They get guaranteed contracts there. So
Yeah. I wonder what it was like. Let me see if I can.
he's gonna get fucking money, dude. Number 2? Shit, he ain't even got to work out, dude. Fucking
No.
Darko was a bust, and he made $100 million.
Let's
I don't
see.
even see where you're a bust if you make $100 million, man. Fuck
Nah,
these guys. They get paid in the NBA.
Brandon Miller's contract will be 4 years, paying $49.3 million. Rookie salary will be $10.8, followed by $11.4, $11.9, and then $15.1.
You get a signing bonus?
Let's see. I don't see the signing bonus in that. I know there's some that's salaries. I don't know. I can't find if it's a specific signing bonus, but it looks like for the first year alone, that's $10.8 million. Out of a
That's
4
not
year,
a bad rookie contract.
49.3. So yeah, I mean, let's just say $50 million. Well, let's say even after all the you have to how it's structured, your agency and all the bullshit, and okay, you're not guaranteed this. He's walking away with 15-20 million, no problem, right? Fair enough.
I would think so.
That's a hell of a payday. I could retire right now on $1 million easy.
He is good to go.
Yeah, these guys, man, shit. It always makes me look back and wish I would have pursued a sport just to have tried. But even then, God,
such a small percentage. Of
I think about it and wish I could have done it. But man, you just got to be genetically gifted, right place at right time. Good players, great players, outstanding players that don't even get picked up, and then they develop later on in the league, and they're still not going to make what they would have made if they were a top 10 draft pick. So
that is true, my friend. We're going to do a quick break, folks. We will be right back. Hang out. What up? We're back. Jay Wiggy, let's go ahead and get into some of this, my friend. All right. What up? So, we're new a little bit. Oh, wait. Oh. Got a little bit of sad news to kind of come with first. This is, I don't know if you'd say weird or what. Maybe sad. Groom collapses and dies moments after vows. You hear about this shit?
I heard about it. That's sad.
Man, in 10 minutes, this dude was dead. This isn't funny, guys, okay? Like, I don't know. Maybe he avoided something very bad, but maybe he didn't. Anyway, these people are from Nebraska. Nebraska groom died. It's like 1 hour after exchanging vows with his wife. Seriously, the saddest thing ever, people say. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I mean, it seems sad, but I don't know about these people. They could have had a fucked up ass relationship. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe. Tragedy struck! This is by Thomas Kasson. Tragedy struck a Nebraska couple as they wed in the middle of their wedding ceremony. Shortly after Terrell Davis and his wife Johnny Mae Davis finished exchanging their vows in a church in Omaha, Nebraska on June the 19th. They encountered a tragedy that no one expected. When the newly married couple stepped out of the church to take photos, Davis' heart stopped and caused him to collapse. They never made it to the reception, quote unquote. Trisha Pugsley said, who was booked as the wedding's DJ. Told the Slate they went to the hospital instead. That's where the bride, old Johnny Mae, had to say goodbye to her new husband. Pretty sad shit. Davis, who is 48, died from a blood clot, according to KETV. Loved ones are now doing their part to support Mae and the couple's children. Quote, yesterday was supposed to be one of the best days of her life. Marrying her best friend, love, children's father, everything. Devonus Day Javison on Facebook wrote, we talked a lot about this wedding, this beautiful wedding, and they prepared for it, and hours later, he died. She's been widowed and married within a 10-minute span. That's got to be a Guinness World Record. Her friend, Jewel... Oh, fuck. I'm going to hell! I don't care. Mom, her friend Jewel Robertson told KETV. Monica Miller, a friend of Johnny Mae, organized a GoFundMe page to help with burial expenses and funds for the family. You know what? This is some sad shit, but like these two people, they're pretty big ass people, man. I mean, you're within 2 years from your 50th and you're a big person. You got to know some shit might happen, man. I seen a picture of these two people, man. They ain't skinny, okay?
Yeah, they're
so you know, that's sad, man, but
it's sad, man. But I mean, it's true. You got to be cognizant of your health as you age, and
yeah, shit like this happens.
Yeah, when you big and shit, yeah, it's not good.
I might live, but maybe if they hadn't been so fat, they'd have been fucking live longer or some shit.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's pretty much kind of what we said, but like not in a fucked up ass way like that.
We had some tact and shit and some we put a little respect on his name. But yeah, man, that is sad regardless. But take care of yourself, people. Life's not guaranteed no matter what, but you want to hedge your bets a little bit. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, don't be a gluttonous pig and shit, okay? Next story. What the fuck is going on, baby? Well, I'm going to tell you what's going on. Mark Zuckerberg versus Elon Musk and some jiu-jitsu shit. Now, I know that Jay Wiggy has heard of this shit. What are you thinking about this, man?
Yeah,
you heard of this shit?
Yeah, I heard of this shit. Zuckerberg actually competed in a jiu-jitsu tournament, and he did okay. I don't think he won, but he competed. And dude, I all the respect in the world for Zuckerberg, dude. You're a billionaire. You don't have to do this shit. In fact,
what else is he gonna do? Sit around the fucking house?
Yeah, I don't expect that. I mean, actually grinding out with fucking, dudes that go and do jiu-jitsu, man. I'm one of those guys.
I kind of expect him to do something like that, though.
Okay,
dude,
fair enough.
You got what else are you gonna do? You've conquered everything. You're kind of a little nerd looking motherfucker. I'd expect him to, do something like that, or in a mannish realm.
I think there's a trend on that. Look at Bezos, how he kind of bulked up and probably got some TRT going on. I think those guys are so typecast as that nerdo guy, and they're just about money and nerds. And I think a lot of them are trying to fight that. So good for Zuck for actually doing it. I don't know much. I love Elon Musk. I don't know what his background is, but he said he had some judo experience. So, I mean, these guys are multi-billionaires. They've got access to the best trainers in the world. So I hope this happens. I want it to happen. I want to see the reptilian and the alien fight each other. I'd love to see it happen, man. Can you imagine the money that would bring in pay-per-view? Good fucking God.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I know judo, y'all. You don't know if I got a gun. You don't know if I got a meth. You don't know.
Man, what the hell? That comedian made that shit up. I can't even remember, man. Some comedian. That was 20 years ago.
Listen.
We're listening.
Oh.
I thought it was pretty funny, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Shut your ass up.
Oh, listen, I'll fucking beat your ass, you fucking simpleton.
All right. We have another Guinness World Record. Man, I don't know. I feel like we fucking covered this before. But this is coming up under June the 23rd. And that's 3 days ago. Maybe you can tell me, Wiggy. Maybe you might remember.
Yeah.
There's video of this. And damn. So, man runs 100 meters in 12.82 seconds while wearing high heels. Do we cover off on that?
You know what? Maybe we didn't.
I feel like we did, but maybe not. I don't know, man. There's video on it, so just go look at his shit. And he's doing it. A serial record breaker, and this article is by Ben Hooper, by the way. A record breaker from Spain. I don't think we covered this. Added a new title to his name by running a 100-meter sprint while wearing high heels, and these motherfuckers about 2 or 3 inches. Christian Roberto Lopez Rodriguez, 34 years of age, donned a 2.7. Okay, so 2.76 inch stiletto heels, and ran the 100 meters in 12.82 seconds. Rodriguez took the Guinness World Record from, there's another motherfucker who did it, from Andre Ortov, who ran 100 meters in high heels in 14.02 seconds in 2019. Quote, the preparation was very exhaustive and specific. In quote, Rodriguez told Guinness World Records, I find it very challenging to be able to run in high heels at high speed. In Spain, there are races like this, and they have always gone well for me. Okay. Well, man, check out that video. Woo, he's getting it on that motherfucker. Like, first, like, what is that? First person view of it and everything. So,
I'm telling you, these people have to. How do you pitch this to Guinness? And they're like, this is great. Let's do this as a world record.
I think they don't give a shit.
Yeah,
they don't give a fuck. Whatever.
I mean, you know what? I think it's drawing attention to them. And man, I used to love those as a kid. Getting a Guinness World Record book, I used to have some crazy ass shit in there.
Because he was in the library, and you're like, hell, I want to see some shit.
Yeah, and people don't understand. We go down the nostalgia pipeline all the time, but that's how you knew shit back then. Were fucking books. Nobody gives them any credit anymore because you got your phone and the internet and the computers and all that shit. Yeah, we had to learn world records then, but now everything is so fast, they have to pitch these goddamn crazy, obscure-ass world records to them. They're like, oh, this is great. Who's running in high heels? But you know what, though? I will say this. I have never been in high heels. Maybe Dalton. That's something you can pitch to your wife later. Maybe you can wear the high heels with your thong, but I can imagine it couldn't be that easy. So props to them.
I think you could do it, Jay Wiggy. We got to put up a challenge on you.
Man, you got to have some big ass.
You got to have some dollars for me, man. I'm going to need a check. I don't blame you. We don't have no money here at the show, though, so we couldn't give you any money.
No, man. We can't go to the piggy bank here. Yeah.
I could pay you in like hash browns or some other food item.
Oh, yeah.
I do like
Hash
those
brown.
patty hash browns. So I'm thinking about buying a bunch of them, like on Amazon. Like they have like the cases you get. But the only thing is, you can only get like 6 cases at a time. So it's like a fucking like haul, dude. Like, what if I put all this shit? But I love those patties, man, because you can do so much shit with them. Put on a sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Eat them with breakfast with just eggs and shit, and they're good, man. I don't know. Fried potatoes, yeah. With the new air fryer shit, I'm thinking maybe I could put a few in the air fryer if I fucking ever get one, and maybe it'll be a healthier option than deep frying them in beef tallow. Although I don't know how tasty they would be. Probably still tasty, but not as tasty.
That's the best way to do it, the air fryer. I actually busted out some tater tots for the fam the other day. Just easy, getting back
tater
from
tots are
somewhere.
good. I love
God,
tater
I
tots.
love tater tots too, man. And the air fryer, oh my God, it's ridiculous.
Are they really good? Yeah.
Really good. A lot better. Man, when you bust them out in the air fryer, it tastes like some shit you get from, a nice fast food tater tot somewhere. It's not it doesn't taste like tater tots you just pulled out of the freezer, put in the oven or microwaved and nuked them. Man, when you air fry the motherfuckers, guy, it actually is like light and crispy, and it actually tastes like a delicacy, even though they're just a sack of tater tots. They're good. You got to get one. You know what? When you're not going to get married, so I can't send you an air fryer as a wedding gift. Maybe a birthday.
I might get married, but if I get married within 2 or 3 years, I'll be dead. So I'm thinking I'm like one of those guys. Like I'll get married at like, I don't know, in my 60s. I found like a wife that's similar to my age, but still like got the hotness going on. And then like I just die like 4 years later.
I love
in my sleep, just we gone. And then, fuck it, man. I ain't trying to get too damn old, man. If I can't wipe my own ass, like Sam Kennison said, or I can't eat salt, like what the fuck am I doing around this bitch? I don't want to do this. This sucks ass. I'd rather be fucking gone. I'm not doing it. I'm not saying I'm not hanging around, man. To hang around and like be in a fucking hospital room shitting on myself, I don't think so.
No, what a weird death week. We had the groom, and then we had the submarine people that imploded.
What the fuck? That's just crazy shit. That's just crazy shit.
I don't be doing that shit. Mm-mm.
I don't fuck with the sea, dude. You can't get me on a cruise because if something happened out there, man, you're at the mercy of the big ass body of water, man. You ain't gonna win. I am not down with that shit, dude. No, never.
I'll go on a cruise, man, but I ain't gonna purposely go underwater. I'll hope for the best above water, but man, yeah, and man, I watched the video, like an animation on YouTube somewhere, searched on how the implosion works, and I mean, I guess it's actually pretty quick, but I mean, you basically liquefied.
Yeah, you ain't gonna know what happened. I don't really care about all that, but it's just like, first of all, it was $250,000 to do it anyway. I mean, I guess that's not really a factor with these people because, they have it. It's probably like, $250 to us, $250K to them,
right.
But at the same time, I don't understand the appeal, man. Is the Titanic that cool to see some fucked up ass trash? I'm good. I don't give a fuck, man.
No, man, they made a good ass movie about it.
What are you gonna learn about that? Are you gonna learn some kind of shit that's gonna make you a bunch of money later on? No, you're gonna see a bunch of fucking rubble, big fucking shit. Whoop, big fucking whoop, man. Whoop de woo.
I
don't get it.
It's a billionaire flex, is what it is, and I you know what? I respect people that push the limits. Going under the ocean, going into space. Wherever. You're challenging yourself, but I mean, I think everything they said about this company didn't sound like they had all their shit together, and I don't know. And also, too, this isn't like you're going down there, like you said, for scientific research that could be something new, and like exploring space. We might want to colonize a planet. Elon Musk, tip my hat to you. If you're exploring the sea to discover new creatures, or maybe there's a plant under there that cures scoliosis. I don't know. But to go and look at something we already know what the fuck happened to it. Yeah, what the fuck? Who wants to do that? That sucks.
Well, if they had a specific fucking purpose, like we're going to the Titanic to find like a certain treasure chest or
right,
the holy fucking grail or something like it might be different, but we're just going down to look at the fucking remain. Like I don't want to see that shit.
So the risk isn't worth the reward, and in fact, there wasn't really a reward. I guess liquefying.
Yeah, motherfuckers got fucking. Yeah, it's stupid, man. I wouldn't have done that shit at all.
Nah, not for me.
Hell no. We got Robert in California that wants to say something. Robert, what up?
Hey, dudes, this is Robert from Cali, man. What you guys think about that baseball game? Florida running up the score on them, man. I love it, dude. A lot of people are talking shit about it, man, saying the coach is classless, but I love it, man. Yo, I love that shit, man. Go Florida, and, yeah, LSU, corn dog smelling fuckers. Yeah, y'all have a good one. Loving the show, fellas. Thanks for taking my call.
Ew. Well, I hate to tell you, LSU are the champs, baby.
Yeah.
They're the champ, and they beat ass. Talking about last night or the other night, this night they got looks like they got their revenge. But as far as the other night goes, what do you expect Florida to do, man?
Yeah.
Sit there and fucking not play the game? That's how you get hurt and fucking have your guys fucking pull up and fuck up shit. No. LSU ended up winning anyway. They were the better team, okay? They got the championship. I'm looking at the screen right now. So why the fuck do you care?
I've never given a shit about running up the score. Like, I mean, I
want them to run up the score.
I do
man.
too. I do too. I've never understood that. I played football. I think I was in junior high, and we played a team, and they beat the shit out of us. I mean, we were third quarter was 66-0, and we knew we were outgunned and outmatched. And man, we kept playing, and you learn shit. And the fun thing about it is you start getting to kind of throw shit against the wall to see what sticks. We kind of pulled out some, plays we wanted to work on next week out of the playbook because you know it's not going to work, or what you're doing isn't going to work. So, you know what? Nobody was hostile. Like, oh, they keep scoring on us, dude. We're out there not stopping them. I mean, you fucking stop them if you don't want them to score anymore. Play to the whistle, play to the final out, play to the bell. But yeah, I never understand when people say running up the score. I don't, if it's unsportsmanlike, like in football, if you're up 80-0 and you start going for 2-point conversions just to piss on them, you can make up a argument that that's running up the score. But at the same time, is it allowed? Yes. Do you have a chance to stop them? Yeah. Well, then fucking stop them. If you can't, then it's legal in the game of ball. So, fuck it. Run up the score every goddamn time.
It's my job to score. It's that biatch's job to stop me, yeah. And she ain't gonna stop me, motherfucker.
That's true.
Hey, that's what's up, man. I mean, that is the rule. Steve Spurrier said it, and he's the old ball coach.
He is.
He is. Oh, man, that's some good shit. We're going to take another call before we go into, after this call, we're going to go ahead and go into a vintage video game review. And it's a vintage one, folks. But before that, let's go ahead and holler at Harriet in T-Town, baby.
Harriet!
Harriet, what up?
This Harriet up in here, boys. How y'all doing?
What up, Harry? How you doing?
Good.
I'm doing great. I gotta say something to that fool, Raj. Now, Raj, you know I love you and shit, but you don't be talking shit about Brandon. He didn't have nothing to do with that case. Them boys did it on their own. Get off of him. He gonna do great. Roll Tide. I'm ready for college football. Everybody, let's get it on. Roll Tide. Roll the Tide. Gonna roll, baby. Y'all have a great week. Thank you for taking my call. We love you, boys.
Love you, Harriet. And the Tide will roll, goddammit. We got it's got to be less than 70 days. I'm not sure of the exact count right now, but it's counting down. College football. I'm going to goddamn make it to a fucking game. Where is a stadium by the beach? That's what we need to do.
Ooh.
We need to where is the stadium by the beach? Wherever it is, let's take a trip. Let's catch a game. Pro, non-pro. I don't give a fuck. I'll buy the tickets. Let's fucking get the boys.
Let's
go, man. Let's hit it. Let's hit it up, man.
Let's go see the Gators play.
I don't give a fuck. We're going to see the Gators. We're going to see Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jacksonville fucking FSU. I don't give a damn.
I've been down.
It is a really nice town, actually. I've been there a couple of times. And hey, man, you know what? If I was good, back in the day, man, if I could have went to a college, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Let's go ahead and put a top 3 up right now. Number 1, You gonna hate me, man. You gonna hate me. Would probably be Auburn. And I'm not an Auburn
Ooh.
fan. I know.
You motherfucker!
It's only because so many bad bitches, and it's a clean ass campus. And I'm thinking about my penis. Number 2, probably Florida State University.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Oh man. Just man, it's kind of like it's what they nickname it back in the day.
Free sex university, yeah.
That's right, Whis. You know what's up.
I'm a player, dumbass.
So yeah, and then number 3, University of Alabama. I know it's 3rd, but that doesn't mean my Lord isn't number 1. You know what I mean? This is just a place
yeah.
to go that I would have free discretion about.
Yeah.
You've been to Auburn with me. You know what the fuck's up, Jay Wig.
Auburn's got a good campus, very small town feel. It's
blonde-headed girls. It looks like the Swiss Alps in that motherfucker sometime with these bitches.
Yeah, I think it is fair. I think if I was gonna go, I would probably say.
Give me the top 3. Give me the top 3.
Top 3, I would say number 1, campus-wise, I'd probably go Florida Gators.
Ooh, I've never been to Florida, so okay.
Been down there. I have not been on campus, but I've been in and around, and I love it. Beautiful area. Number 2, Arizona State, Tempe, Arizona.
Ooh, the Sun Devils.
Yeah, and 3, I'd go Bama, just because I think at some point in the top list, you got to go with where you're a big football fan, go to the games and chill. But no, I never got to college on campus. Well, you know what? I take that back. I did a couple of classes at ASU, but I wasn't on campus. So, yeah, man, I missed that part. I missed that I never got a chance to go and live that own campus life.
That would have been cool as a motherfucker, dude. Like that's one thing I kind of fucking like regret is not going to a 4-year university and having that experience because there's so many different people. They got the international students. They got a lot of people. Like you have that. You know how they say like anybody that's been to college or that tries to give you that advice as a young person is like, go to college, be a well-rounded person. And when you're young, like, I mean, motherfucker, fuck you. I don't give a damn about this shit. But like, really, man, later on when I think about it, I'm like, damn, I should have done that. You know what I mean? Like I should have went to a 4-year university.
Oh,
and met all these people and had all these different experiences and, that kind of shit.
I wish. I do. I wish if I could go back and enjoy that, I really would have. But
tell your daughters, man. Tell them to go out to a fucking Auburn or a Power 5 school, man, or maybe they want to do something even over that, man. But I don't even have to tell you, man. Like shit, dude. Like that would be a cool, just fucking experience, man. Because that's
the way to go.
That's the one thing that I think I missed for real. That I wish I could go back and like fucking go through, but.
I agree. No, and I tell them that. I think a lot of dads are very, you can't go down there and be partying. No, they need to. They need to get their first dose of independence. And a kid that hasn't become an adult yet is going to do stupid shit, but that's how they're going to learn how not to do stupid shit. You just hope you can mitigate the effects of how much stupid shit that they do. But they need that time because that's such a small window in your life where you really have 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah, of such tiny responsibility. Just do your fucking schoolwork, and the rest
have a chance to like soak it up and like experience other cultures, especially with college, especially at a Power 5 school, and that's definitely, man.
Yeah, I don't have a ton of regrets, but that would be one of them that I would have. And I've had opportunities to do it, and at the time I never did, and I thought it was dumb at the time. And I look back, and I guess I've known people that went and they majored in stupid shit, and they got saddled with extreme amounts of debt. But at the same time, they had that experience, and now they're just dealing with the debt later. So whatever.
Yeah, I mean it also depends on what you actually choose for. If you major in basket weaving, that's your own damn fault. Let's be smart about this. But if you're in like international business, then you kind of have like a pathway to meet international fools, and you still have something that's going to be viable for you in any kind of economy, I would hope, depending on the curriculum of the school. But if you're at a Power 5, I would hope you'd still be fucking good, dude, because that's
Yeah,
that's $100,000 education at the least, and I feel like you'll be good. You know what I mean? Despite anything that anyone says nowadays, and there is a degree of accurateness to what they say, but what they say, are you gonna like? Oh man, it's hard to explain. Are you gonna take that and make it work for you, or are you not? That's really where it comes into, and a lot of the shit goes awry because many motherfuckers, they don't do that. They'd be like M Wiggy, right? That's I'm gonna explain that. They
I
don't
love it.
they don't take it and they don't do anything with it, and that's on them. Fine, but you have the information. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Yeah, you got to learn from it. And it's the good thing is now I know at least I can pass that to my kids, and hopefully they'll listen to me on that. But there's even so many ways. You don't even have to just go down there, do 100 classes, and live on campus. Man, just having an apartment off campus, taking a class here and there, and just being in the mix at that age would have been cool enough for me.
yeah, I think that's cool. I think it may depend on what you do as far as like being on campus or off campus. Like, are you on the football team? Or are you on some kind of team where it
Right.
maybe might matter, because of the
Sure.
camaraderie factor? I could see that. Or are you just a student, which it may not matter if you're on or off campus. So there's a lot of shit to go with that as well. But
Yeah.
definitely either way, if you're at a Power 5, man, I feel like you have an advantage, and you need to take advantage of it, and make that shit happen, man. Make it happen, because there are people that make it happen without that kind of shit. So
Sure.
why wouldn't you fucking do it if you had it? You could definitely fucking do some shit. So let's go ahead and get into the vintage video game review this fucking week, baby. I'm capping these shows at 11:30 because that's 2 hours. But Wiki, tell me if you got to be before. I'm not saying I'm going all the way, but I'm just saying that's the cap, and I try to do.
You know what? As we grow and grow and grow, we're rocking. That's what I'm
Yep.
here for. I love it. You proceed on, sir. I'm having a great time on the show. Thank you guys for tuning in, by the way. We see some of your chats. We get some of your emails. We love your calls. So continue. We'll keep going as long as you want us to, and that's why we keep extending it. I'm here for you for 2 hours if we go that long. If we don't, it's going to be well worth however long we keep going. Grant Mills, rock this vintage video game review.
Let's do it, man. So, did you ever have a Genesis back in the day? Or
Never
were
did.
You were strictly Super Nintendo.
Strictly Super Nintendo.
So you never played any of the Sonic games or anything?
You know what? I did. I had a good friend that lived close by, and he had a Genesis, and I had the Super Nintendo. So we'd go back and forth and play. So I was pretty familiar with Sonic playing, and actually loved them. So cool games.
Okay, cool. Well, let's go ahead and get into Sonic the Hedgehog 2. 9-Deuce, 1992, the same year that The Chronic came out with Dr. Dre. Classic album.
Fuck yeah.
This motherfucker was developed by Sega Technical Institute, STI, for the Sega Genesis. I had a Genesis and a Super Nintendo. Players control Sonic as he attempts to stop Dr. Robotnik from stealing the Chaos Emeralds to power his space station. Like the first Sonic the Hedgehog, which was in 1991, players traverse side-scrolling levels at high speeds while collecting rings, defeating enemies, and fighting bosses. Sonic 2 introduces Sonic's sidekick, Miles Tails Prower, and features faster gameplay, larger levels, and a multiplayer mode. Special stages featuring pre-rendered 3D graphics were also there. After Sonic the Hedgehog greatly increased the popularity of the Sega Genesis in North America, Sega directed STI founder Mark Kearney to start Sonic 2 in November 91. Members of the original development team, including programmer Yuji Naka and designer Hirokazu Yasuhara, moved from Japan to California, Cali, to join the project. Sonic 2 was intended to be faster and more ambitious than the first game. The development suffered setbacks, including cultural differences between the Japanese and American staff. And numerous levels were cut due to time constraints and quality concerns. As with the first game, Masato Nakamura, a member of the J-pop band Dreams Come True, composed the soundtrack. Sonic 2 was widely anticipated, and Sega backed it with an aggressive $10 million marketing campaign. $10 million.
Goddamn.
Marketing campaign. This was back in 92.
Shit.
It was released in November 1992 to acclaim and received numerous year-end accolades, including 2 Golden Joystick Awards. Critics considered Sonic 2 an improvement over the first game and praised the visuals, level design, gameplay, and music due to the low difficulty level and similarities to its predecessor, whereas only what do you call that? Whereas only downfalls. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Sonic 2 broke video game sales records and became the fastest selling video game at the time, grossing over $450 million with 6 million copies sold worldwide. It is the second best Genesis game behind the original Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic 2 solidified Sonic as a major franchise and helped Sega be competitive during the console wars of the 16-bit era, not area, era, that's ERA,
Era.
in the early 1990s. It continues to receive acclaim and is considered one of the greatest video games of all time. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Sonic and Knuckles followed in 94. Sonic 2 has been re-released on various platforms via compilations, emulations, and a remake for iOS and Android devices developed using the Retro Engine, released in December 2013. A number of Sonic 2 prototypes have leaked since the release. The first, developed or discovered in 1999, played a significant role in the development of a game data mining community. You never had a Genesis, but I mean, did you get any exposure to the Sonic Hedgehog games, my dog?
Yeah, I did. I remember Sonic the Hedgehog was really popular as a demo, and I can't remember if it would have been 2 or the original, but anytime you went to like Toys R Us or wherever they demoed on a Sega, man, that you're playing Sonic. And I know my buddy had it because I remember collecting the rings and shit and going through loop-the-loops, and I remember when Tails came out, everybody was excited to see Miles Tails Prower. Yeah, it was cool storyline. I wish I would have had my own Sega so I could have gotten a little more in depth on it. But yeah, I mean, I think you talk about Sonic the Hedgehog, you talk about really the face of the Genesis.
Oh, definitely, because they had releases with that system that had those Sonic games.
Okay, so they had the Sega released it like my first Super Nintendo. It came with Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, so like it was the Sega bundle with Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Sweet.
Yeah, so that was another big fucking deal with that franchise was releases with the system and the actual game. So Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was released for the Sega Genesis in November 92. And then they put a lot of marketing behind it too. It was like a $10 million marketing campaign back in 92, so that was pretty, it's a lot of money back then. Still a lot of money to me, but nowadays it's not, as far as like in the grand scheme of things. But
Right.
The thing about that game is so fast. Like I've never seen a game that was so fast when you were playing it. It's just fucking, it was something different. Something.
I remember that too. Yeah, it was crazy fast.
Definitely. And then you had all kind of like variations on it, emulations as far as, shit that once it got older, you had Jim Carrey was playing some kind of fucking boss in the movie. There's movies and shit now. So, man, they, it's a franchise, man. It's kind of like a thing where, how the fuck do you make a movie about this shit? But they did it. You know what I mean? Like motherfuckers, if you find a way to make money on something that you can do, they will fucking find a way. And they did it with this franchise, man. And I feel like the video game was just so unique that I can't think of anything that really compares to it as far as like how fast it was. You know what I mean? When you got it going on.
That's tough to think. I couldn't either. I remember the first time I played it, and I remember like, God damn, this game is like moving, because most of the time the games were not like that. If you're playing sports games, they were back and forth. That's what sports are. Even Legend of Zelda, as I mentioned, that came with the Super NES, was very, moderately slow paced. Wasn't very quick at all. And but Sonic, man, you're blasting off right away. And it definitely took a lot of mental agility to master some of those levels and the speed which it was played at.
Yeah, it was a really fucking cool game, man. 1, 2, and then after 2, I can't remember if they do a 3. I'm looking. Hey, I know if there were so many variations on that game too, with the Dreamcast,
Right.
which they did some later shit, and just everything. So, man, it eventually fucking became a franchise. Like those other video game. We can think of other video games that's done the same thing. But as far as playability with this, I'm gonna go 3.5 because it's got a fun factor. It's good shit, man. I mean, you can get in there and just have fun, man. You got a fucking retro gaming room. You don't want to talk to your wife. She's got a stinking pussy by this time in the game.
Oh, God.
Go downstairs, chill out with the fucking neon gaming light, smoke a blunt, play fucking Sonic 3, Sonic 2, Sonic 1. Just chill. Remember the good days when you were chilling with your homeboys and shit was careless and fancy free.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not like that anymore. You got 3 kids. You wish you were dead, and you have a wife that fucking yells at you all the time.
Yeah,
that's not a good life. But do we have an escape? Maybe we do.
Yeah, go back to college, live on campus, play Sonic.
Oh my God. Hey, listen, depending on what your family is, you might need to become a deadbeat dad. No. Don't do that. Unless your kid's wife a piece of shit. Just don't do it.
Man, just if they're that bad, just get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, just stay good. Stay good. Man.
Stay golden.
Stay golden. I don't know why I hit the phone button. USFL.
Calling the USFL.
We saw some good ass USFL games, bro. Oh, I'm gonna take that back. I saw Beham whoop some ass.
Oh, they were
another
fantastic.
Game.
Yeah,
did you watch any games?
Watched the full Beham game, man. I wanted to go to that game. I had an opportunity, but I actually had to be up really early today for inspection. It was local, but I had to do inventory, and that's terrible. I never like doing that shit. So took a pass on going, but did sit out there, watched it, smoked a nice cigar, too. Had a nice little cigar in the sunroom that I'm working on. Man, Birmingham looked unstoppable. Did you catch that game?
Are you done with the sunroom yet, or what?
No, you know what? It's coming along. I got to get the floors. I'm trying to debate on what my man cave / sunroom, what my next step is. I've got the deck extension that's still in progress. I haven't done shit on that in about a month. I got to add the new flooring in there. I'll probably go flooring first since that's where everybody watches TV at. So it's getting there. But right now, I mean, you've been there. You can still. It's got just tile flooring. You can sit in there and chill. It's serviceable. It does what it needs to do.
So you had the extension going on.
Right.
It's not going on anymore? Or?
It's still going on. It's just it's trying to figure out the cost on what I do. I always do 10 projects at once. I need to narrow it down to one.
Let me ask you this, man. I'm gonna give you some game. if you can make it worth an extension, can you put a hot tub in the extension? Because hold up before you talk about the expense. If you got a hot tub, you finna raise the price of the home
Yeah,
if you want to sell. So what's that? What's that about?
that could
We got
happen.
we got hot tub possibilities because if you can put a flush hot tub with some wood, like you got the deck, right? It ain't got to be. What I would do, man, if you have the depth, and I can't really think of how far you want to come out because it might be some landscaping
It's pretty
difficulties.
goddamn big. I think it's going to be. Blah, blah, blah. We're close to. We'll be about a little over 20 by 14. So
Well, let me ask you this: can you put? I'm thinking about your yard. You would have to go above ground unless you went way the fuck out. My thing is, if you could put a fucking like huge ass deck out there and have a fucking hot tub that was flush
gotta be
with the
tight.
ground, and you just go into it instead of it being above the fucking wood, and that's gonna fucking put your shit over the top. Now, I don't know how much that would cost, but I know that shit would be gangster as fuck. That's all I'm saying. So,
I'll be working on it. I've thought about the hot tub, man, and I actually thought about one of those plunge pools because we don't have a huge backyard. But man, a plunge pool
like,
is so.
what's a plunge pool? Is it like a casino pool?
A plunge pool is just basically a smaller pool. It's because we don't have
Is
a huge
it
backyard.
really vertical, horizontal?
Yeah, kind of narrow, smaller. It's probably more of like a
Oh,
mini
wait, you
pool.
remember your ex baby mama's mama?
Oh
What
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
that pool? Was it like that? Remember that
Yeah,
time?
yeah, 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 yeah. Kind of like that. Kind of like
Okay,
that.
I actually think that's pretty fucking gangster. Like I like that in a way. It's like either you don't have a pool or you have this, and I'd rather have that because it's kind of cool. You still get to chill.
Yeah, I'd rather have any pool than not have a pool at all.
Well, if you got a hot tub you can put on top of it, then
Oh,
like that's even more gangster because hot tub. Hoes love hot tubs, man. I don't know what it is. They
yeah,
love it.
man, I like them too and shit. You're gonna do a cold
Man,
plunge? Get one of those
that's what
cold
I'm saying.
plunges where you got to put the ice in there and shit.
Do you ever do an ice bath?
I've never done one. They talk about it all the time, the health benefits and shit. So I'm
I would
interested,
have
but
you would have done that being an athlete and all.
man, you know what? I never have. Even it wasn't as common. Back in the day, people did it, but not a ton. And nowadays, everybody does. It seems like, but I still haven't gotten down yet. I need to try it out.
You ought to do that, my friend.
I'll let you give it a try, and you tell me how it goes.
You're way more athletic than me. You got way more muscles than me that need to be chilled.
Oh shit!
Yeah, or whatever the fuck you do, because I don't work out that much. I'm trying to get back into it, man, but it's like, dude, I go like for 2 weeks and then I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
3 weeks is the habit zone, though. You got to hit that 3 week mark, then you'll make it a habit.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. I'm fucking up, dude.
Man,
I
you
got
just got to go up there and have fun with it.
I got the resistance bands at the house, and I'm trying to do that. And I'm telling you, after week 2, man, about week 3, dude, and then it's just like I go days and I don't do the shit. And I'm like, there's not a reason because these exercises are like 15 minutes at the most. But I don't know what the fuck it's into me, man. I got to be more diligent. Because
Well,
my whole thing with the guy gym experience is getting to the gym. That's the hardest part is getting to the gym. I can never do that. If I get to the gym, then we good. But I just can't get to the gym. That's the fucking hard part, bro. That's the deal breaker. That's the shit that fucking got me going awry.
I know it. I've still got my standing invitation. If you ever want to join me at mine, check it out because it has the other shit too. It's got like free coffee up there, and it's got the massage chairs and tanning
Yeah, but
bed.
that shit doesn't matter to me. Like I don't give a fuck about free coffee,
Ah,
tanning
dude.
chairs. I don't fucking care about tanning. I'm old. The hydro machine shit that looks kind of cool.
Massage pretty cool. Yeah,
But I'd rather have a woman doing that shit to me than be Asian.
they
That's
got a
not
lot of. Well, I haven't seen any Asian women up there, but
there. They might be there, but they gone before I get there.
they waiting and stuff. Check it out. I'll give you a standing invitation anytime.
All right, let's get into some fucking USFL shit. We got the championship coming up.
We got
We
the
talked
championship.
about Alex Magoo. We talked about watching him. He's amazing. We talked about them beating ass 47-22. You know who the championship is? The Maulers. They're 4-6.
Oh,
Birmingham Stallions 8-2. Who ain't picking the Stallions? I'm picking the Stallions.
yeah. I'm picking the Stallions.
I'm picking the Stallions. I'm like, shit, I got a big dick, y'all.
Oh.
Okay. I'm picking the Stallions too, man.
Yeah.
But I don't have a big dick.
I don't either.
So I don't know what that means, but that's going to be at 7 o'clock on July the 1st. That's a Saturday. I think that's this Saturday.
Is this Saturday? Yeah.
Yep. This Saturday, 7 p.m. And this one's going to be at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, Canton, Ohio, baby. So I won't be there. But, you know, we picked the motherfucking Stallions to win. They're going to win.
Yeah. They're going to win.
Alex Magoo, man. If I was the 49ers, I would take him right now. Because who they got right now? Brock Purdy, Trey Lance, he's a bust. Jimmy Garoppolo got traded, right? So you need another quarterback, man. They could possibly pull some shit out of his ass. And that's Alex Magoo.
I agree. I think if he's surrounded by a NFL type of cast ensemble, I think he's going to do extremely well. He's been fucking playmaker, man. He's a baller. So I think he's going to get picked up pretty quick.
Hey, yeah, it's been in the NFL before. And right now, I think the best team is the 49ers. I don't know about their cap space. I don't know about any of this shit because I'm ignorant. But I feel like it'd be a good match. I don't know about their quarterback room either. But think about anybody else. I can't think about anybody. Yeah.
I can't think of anybody else. I think no. He's been got to be up there for league MVP. If that even, I'm sure they have a league MVP. He's been a baller. He's going to get picked up. Go back to the league.
If I was Jerry Jones, I'd try to get him with the Cowboys. You got Dak Prescott. They're not gonna. Everybody thinks he's like Jesus Christ. Dak Prescott ain't shit. He can't get out of the first round of the playoffs. He's not gonna be shit. They've got get rid of his ass, dude. I'm not saying he's a bust. I'm just saying like he's not in the right system. Get rid of his ass. He's not doing shit in Dallas, bro. It's been has it been 10 years yet? Ezekiel Elliott's gone. You got Tony Pollard. I don't even know who else in the running back shit. So what are you going to do there? How are you going to get a Super Bowl, dude? There's no way. Dallas is fucked. You ain't going to do shit with Dak fucking Prescott, man. I'm sorry. He got to get a new quarterback, dude. Go to the fucking draft. Go do something. Go, you know what, man? Go get a fucking vet. And I don't even know who you'd get, but fuck Dak Prescott. He ain't going to do shit. You got CD Lamb. You fucking got rid of the goddamn one of the best receivers that play for Alabama. I can't remember his fucking name. Got rid of him.
Amari Cooper.
Right?
Yep.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I think this is their time to shine. I'd actually be curious the comparison of draft picks from USFL to XFL. And I would bet, and I'd wager, I think the USFL has done remarkably better than XFL. And I think their players are more talented. So I'm curious to see how the draft goes or who gets picked up or signed after the season's over. Because I think you're going to see a lot of players go. I say a lot relatively. I think we went over the XFL players. I'll have to dig into the archives to see who went. But I think USFL is going to produce at least twice as many that go to the league.
When does XFL even start? I don't even know. It seems like they ended way the fuck before USFL, which they did. But I can't even think of like, man, it's damn. I can't even think about it. Well, never mind. But XFL is way before USFL, and I can't think of like how that goes with the NFL and everything. But
yeah, we'll see next year. I thought the USFL had better games this year. XFL is a little overrated. We'll see. Birmingham, Pitt. That'll be July 1st, this Saturday. We've all unanimously, Whis, Grant, and myself are going Birmingham, the home team, and the Stallions are going to have a two-peat, a repeat.
that's right. Dynasty in the USFL. USFL, folks.
Oh yeah, dynasty in the making.
So it's gonna be good shit. Damn.
I mean, y'all don't even know about fucking players, y'all.
No, we don't.
All right. Well, that's loud. So this week, you got your food prep ready, J-Wig.
Food prep is ready. What is this week? I think I got some barbecue ranch chicken.
How the hell is that grilled chicken?
Grilled chicken shredded up, and then some new what is it? It's like a marinade, a barbecue ranch marinade. It's pretty good. I tried a little bit of it. What else do I got? Oh, you know what we got? We got bison burgers.
Oh, is it actual bison?
It's actual bison. We only made 4 of them because bison kind of not the cheapest, but it was good. Wanted something different, so I actually had one of them for lunch today. That motherfucker good.
You do a big patty or like smash burger?
No, kind of a medium patty. Not quite a smash burger, but definitely a little bit thicker patty.
You know, man, I'm gonna fucking pause it for a minute right here, man, because I should ask you, man. Is there anything you want to cover? Is there anything you want to talk about, Jay Wiggy?
You know what? I
Just
do.
the man, period. Just go ahead and put it out there.
I'm gonna go over. I had you know what? This is on Jay Wiggy. I want to get everybody, you guys out there, a good revamp review. I don't have that yet because I want to do it right. I want to get into this game and really explore it. So we got that. You know what? I also have something in the making. Grant, I'm going to talk with you this week about it. I think I'm going to do some. Well, we touched on it earlier. Obscure travel ideas. Different places to go. If you like Miami, say, try Scottsdale. All right? I think I got some of those in the making, too. I'm going to pitch those. But right now, to end the night, I don't want to do them half-assed. I want full measures. I will bring you those guys. A revamp review coming up. And, yeah, we'll do the travel. I like that. The obscure travel locales.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good to me. Whis Craig, what up, baby?
You know, baby's calling me on my cell phone right now. I got a Motorola StarTAC and shit. I gotta get up out of here. But yeah, I want somebody.
Motorola StarTAC. It's like 1998 or some shit. I don't even know.
Some old shit.
Oh, well. Jay Wiggy, you got the meal prep going on. Just chilling. Like, you have any words of wisdom?
You know what? I think I do. One of our heroes, folk hero, scored 4 touchdowns in a single game against who played for Polk High, Al Bundy.
Al Bundy?
He said, "Pretty women make us buy beer. Ugly women make us drink beer."
Hey! That's true, folks. Everybody has a podcast every Monday night, 9:30 p.m. grantmills.podbean.com. Check out the motherfucking old episodes 1 to 102. Good shit, man. I got a quote right now. You can either be super fat or own drugs, but you can't do both. You know why? Because you'll die. And that was from Tom Arnold. So I'll leave you with that, folks. Tonight, have a good week, good weekend.
Get in the jello!